Oh, I forgot there was a show. Hey, what's going on, guys? Everything cool? I think so. It's going to be great. We got this amazing team from North Carolina on called Venom. We're going to check them out. You guys are going to be amazing. You guys are going to be amazing. They're going to be amazing. Everybody's going to be amazing. I'll see you in a minute. Did you actually think, oh, look at my green screen. Did you actually think I was at the beach? I could have been. Is it better with this thing? I just did some new green screen technology and it doesn't like my hat. That's too bad. Well, fuck it. Anyway, hey, welcome. How you guys doing? Everything's cool. No, I wasn't at the beach. It sounded like the beach, but it wasn't the beach. How's it going? It's about 75 degrees here in Los Angeles. I'm frozen up again. 75 degrees here in Los Angeles, California. It was an amazing day. It's 4 o'clock here on the West Coast. And why am I saying it's 4 o'clock here on the West Coast? Because we had a bit of a problem with our timing today, but we're all good now, right, Hitman?
Yeah.
So basically what happened, you guys, we were supposed to have a show at 3 o'clock. And then I got an emergency call from a client, and the client said, hey, I'm like, business first, I got to. So I called up Hitman and I said, dude, listen, can we do it at 4 o'clock? He goes, yeah, I'll talk to the wife. Fine. I spoke to the wife, everything was cool. At 3 o'clock, he calls me and he goes, what's going on? Are we on? Hey, what's happening? And I go, it's 3 o'clock. We said 3 o'clock. I go, oh. So for the people watching out there, we apologize. It was just one of those time things. But it's all good. Anyway, we're in. We're good. Everything's fine. And that's it. All right, you guys have a good night. See you later. All right. So on my immediate left, I have Hitman from the team called Venom. And if I keep on going straight across, that guy. Oh, look, see, I touched him. You see that? Did you see that? Hey, we worked that part out, right? It was like all of a sudden his arm moved, and that's Ratchet. All right. Are we going by call signs tonight? Or are we going to go by our real names so people can?
It's whatever you want to call me by, but
I'll call you
most people at the field know me as Hitman. And
okay.
I usually when I'm in paintball mode, that's all I really go by. But I go whatever
all right.
I want to call.
So we have
I've been called many names before, so just draw a name out of the hat and go with it.
Hold on a second. Okay. Ryan Harris. No, I'm just joking.
Ryan Harris.
All right. So we got Ryan Harris and Ratchet. What's your name?
Michael Tucker.
Michael Tucker. All right, cool. You guys are both from the amazing state of North Carolina?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Nice.
Well,
nice.
I would say I'm from it, but that's where I reside.
Wait, where are you from originally? Are you from Florida? Where are you?
No, you could throw a dart in a map. I could say I probably lived there. I was born in Houston, but I traveled everywhere before I settled down in North Carolina.
Nice. Were you a military Army brat or just a wandering person? Huh?
Poor, incredibly poor. My family just traveled wherever the jobs were. So,
dude, listen, if you guys know anything about my shows, I'm always asking those questions because our baggage is what makes up our frontage.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
And exactly. So that's
the unconventional way of saying it, but yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So yeah. It's all good. And we're here now, and that's all that's important. And Ratchet, you're from Durham?
Yes, sir. Durham, North Carolina.
Why? I think of tobacco or something. I mean, I'm from LA, right? So I just like, what's Durham? What's Durham famous for?
Duke basketball. Told them Carolina fans, Duke basketball. That's what North Carolina is.
Oh,
and Venom, and this team right here.
Nice. It's fantastic. He's put himself on the map. Fantastic.
Right.
Nice. All right, guys. All right. So let's go from the beginning here. Let's go up here and tell me, is this your picture or did I find somebody else's picture?
That's us.
Oh, that's us. Yeah, that's us.
Dude, gap.
So you've got like
that's one of our first pictures right there.
Really? You've got a couple of mobile trees. Who's the guy in the left? Or you're right.
The guy on the far left is a guy named Ziegler, Ryan Ziegler. And he used to be active. He's actually the guy that was the commander for the forces that were holding Rex last year.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen him since. Honestly, I haven't seen him since.
No, but
Rex, the 7 minutes to Rex is the term that we've been using at Full the Gap, and that he was the commander to hold Rex, and he lost it in 7 minutes.
And you know what?
I have not seen him since.
I think I know him. In fact, I think I even got him sponsored by GI about 3 years ago or something like that. We were friends on Facebook, and I recommended him to GI. So
yeah, he's solid good people, man. He's really good people. He was my XO at a game one time when I was a general, and I asked him to general or be my XO literally a day before the game because my current XO stepped down, and he really took charge. He was a great field commander.
Nice.
Much respect to him. A really solid guy.
Cool.
I miss him. I haven't seen him in a while. I miss him.
I haven't seen him either. Okay, so how many are we up to now?
As far as members are concerned,
yeah.
I'll let Ratchet talk about the team on that.
Is Ratchet the accountant?
Well, so my job on the team, my role in the team is to kind of be the visionary to see things on a forward movement, and he's my enforcer. So he's the one that knows more about the pulse of what's going on within the team. So I would divert that question to him.
All right.
Yeah. So we're around 42 strong, including me and Ryan. So about 42 strong.
What the hell? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, that's just your members. We have affiliates too, people who aren't necessarily able to commit to the team 100%. But they'll when we show up at events, you might see a lot more than what we bring would normally be on our roster.
What the hell? 42 strong?
Yeah, man, we proud.
Yeah, and we have about 30. I want to say about 32, 33 patched in members. So it's members to patched in members is a little different.
What are you going? Are you going to orphanages and recruiting? How the hell are you getting all these people?
Do you have a pulse? You're in. Let's go.
We're gonna take over the world, baby. East Coast. We're working on the East Coast first.
Dude, that is awesome. Congratulations on that. That is amazing, right? Oh my God.
What's up, Paul? I see you hollering at me, man. Paul, he just left a comment. He was one of my early birds when I first started. I used to run speedball team. And he was one of my proteges I brought up. It's good to see him following me, man. I appreciate that.
Nice. We have a hello from Los Angeles. Orale vato. You know what that means? No. It's Chicano slang. It's like it's like yo hey buddy. Anyway, it's good. Anyway,
what's up, dog?
What's up, dog? There you go. That's your all right. So give me the genesis. When did this thing start? Who planted the seeds, and then it grew to this 42 strong thing?
It started in 2015, September 2015. It really started at the apex of the ending of my. I used to run a team called Justice, and we were a speedball team. And I ran Justice from 2010 to 2014. Then the field owner bulldozed to speedball field, so that was the end of speedball. And I had a decision to make. Do I want to get out of paintball, or do I want to try my luck at scenario? And then I met a good friend of mine named Brandon Bell, who eventually became my XO for the time. And I asked if he wanted to play some paintball with me. He said, cool. Went to my first scenario event, fell in love, and we've just grown since then. We're a legitimate organization now. So we have a constitution. We have several bylaws that we follow, yearly elections. We have a elected board of five members. And Ratchet is my XO, so he's kind of like my right hand in the elected position that we roll, and we've just been growing since.
Dude, that's crazy. Okay, recruitment. Are you guys doing it online? Are you doing it at the parks? People just know about you, word of mouth. How does this work?
Ratchet.
Most of the times, it's people they come and play with us at our field, or I mean, it's been cases where people played against us and were like, man, we like y'all style, so we want to play, we want to play in your team. How do we join? So, they start coming to our field, and they, it just all depends. Some people hear about us. Some people play against us. Some people play with us.
Oh, man, you've got a greetings from South Africa. And
what's up, man? South Africa.
Hey, hello, Leon. What's going on, man? It's 1 a.m.
Leon, yeah, I see you. I've seen you a couple times. We've been in the same chat groups a couple times.
Okay, so what's the do you have to bring my own Vaseline? What's the initiation? How does that work?
You first you got to get noticed.
Get the joke. Ratchet's looking at me like,
Ratchet's like, man, I don't know about all that now. we're gonna bring up an old story from a man named Rax.
All right. No, I'm serious though. So what is it? I can't just show up and get a jersey though. There's got to be something.
You want to speak on it, Ryan?
No, Ratchet, that's all you, baby.
You guys, hey, you want me to put the show on pause? You guys can do some talking in the background. Come on.
No, man, I give Ratchet a spotlight because again, the way our team is organized, he's in charge of the rank and file. So, like for example, I'll go to an event and a general, or if I'm in command, will tell me, hey, this is what we need Venom to do. I usually go to Ratchet and I make sure that he has everything he needs, radios, equipment, make sure that he's got enough appropriate personnel and all that kind of stuff. I try to help him with the organization.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it's up to him to actually lead us onto the field. So he knows how to gain us.
But I'm an opposing guy. I see you guys play. You've kicked my ass, and now I want to become one of you guys. Ratchet, what do I do?
Well, you need to come out to the field and let us get a field of you. You know, just because you want to be on our team don't necessarily mean you can make the cut. You know, I mean, coming out and it's more of a brotherhood than just joining the team. You know, we don't want people just to join the team. We want to feel like that, you know, these are our brothers and they're going to have our back regardless. So coming out to the field would be one of the biggest steps you could take to actually, you know, joining the team. Okay. Playing against us is, I mean, it's fun too, but playing with us is more better than.
Okay, so yeah. I go out there, I play against you, everything's cool, bam, bam, bam. I do. Let me see. I play a couple times. I think we all gel. Everything's cool. I fill out the application. I go to human resources. I mean, what are we doing?
So what Raj is saying is we have a strict vetting process.
Yes, this is what I'm trying to get at. Listen, you guys, I want the rest of the world to know why you guys are such a great team. You know what I'm saying?
So the way we just recently had a new policy change, and that was a couple months ago in regards to how to join. So there's new things that happen. But basically, long story short, we have several levels of membership. So it's not a matter of just becoming Venom. You get recognized, you become a prospect, which means you don't get to wear the jersey, but we bring you into our fold. You come to our group chats, you come to our, we have our messenger chats and stuff. We get to know who you are. You come and you play. We acknowledge you. Once you become a prospect, and you've been a prospect for 3 months, then you have the opportunity, if a squad leader, because we have a chain of command, if there's a squad leader who has an open slot within his squad and he wants to pick you up, then he'll basically request that he picks up that prospect, and then that request will go to Ratchet, and then it'll get approved by me. And then once that happens, then he becomes a recruit on our squad or on our team, and he's eligible to wear the jersey and eligible to represent us in some capacity. And then there's many layers above that, but it gets kind of complicated and it takes time.
No, that's okay.
More time than this show will explain to get to the layers.
I got it. So it's just not a matter of you guys are going for numbers. You guys are going for quality here.
Both. We want to grow. We want to expand. We want to, my long-term vision is to see, if not us, some type of entity grow and become an organization like an association. I look at all the other associations around the world, and I realize that paintball really doesn't have one. And I would love to see us eventually move in that direction. But and I'm going to try to get us there. But if somebody's better at it than me, then I'll fall in line with whoever spearheads it. That's my long-term vision for us.
Okay. Well, you know what? You guys know about Mutant 313, right? They're out of Michigan. Okay. Yeah. So what they decided to do is there was a lot of people that wanted to join their outfit as well. So what they did was really awesome. And they actually you take the area code from where you're from and then add the mutant to it. So if I was like 818, I'd be 818 mutants and stuff like that. And that's how they started actually branching out their teams. It's kind of really cool. That's a great idea. They're
coming to Fulda Gap, right?
I believe so. I think they are. Michael's in the chat.
Yeah, I'm probably going to see them at Fulda Gap, and I plan to go to their campsite and break bread with them a little bit before I beat them up the next day.
Before you beat them up, that's cool. We've got a what's it called? Also the 13th Legion. You know about them?
Yeah, I know about some 13th Legion.
Okay,
yeah, I know about them.
So they're doing the same thing. They're like scattered all over the place too. They have these things. So
yeah, they're big. They're huge. I mean, honestly, I've known about 13th Legion ever since I got into paintball. They were one of the first teams I used to read about when I used to read the magazines. I used to be deployed in Afghanistan, and my significant other would send me magazines of paintball, and I would read about them. So I knew about them for a long time. Yeah.
Very cool. All right. Yeah. So you know what I'm talking. So you guys looks like you're kind of on that path too. You know what I'm saying? You kind of look like you know what I'm saying?
I'm confident, but yeah.
That's cool. All right. Tell me, let's do this here. Show me, let me pop up some pictures. You can tell me who they are. Who's this?
Oh, that's me.
Yeah, I know it's you.
That's Ratchet. That's Ratchet, baby.
I know it's you. Look how proud he is of that. What the hell?
Yeah.
Are you what is that? Is that a defender? What are you shooting there?
Yes. Yeah, it's a defender.
Dude, that's amazing. All right. And then, so what are we going with? We got the dreads, or did you make those up? What is that?
Yo, I made that out of like a toboggan and some like prosthetic hair, like some purple and gold prosthetic hair.
Oh,
I made that.
Not the real hair from India stuff?
No, not none of that. That's like $70. No, I'm good. It's like $70.
All right. So that's you, right?
Yeah, that's me.
So you're going with the blue and the purplish and all that kind of. That's actually pretty cool.
That's royalty, man. Purple represents royalty.
Is the site
Tell
on there?
Again.
Listen, is the site on there for actual working or just to make it look cool? Because it doesn't look like you're using it.
The site on there to help me see how far they're out, and then I can judge by that. So I don't use the site to shoot. I actually use the site to see how far they're out, and then I can pluck my shots from there.
Yeah, case in point, Reaper, one particular event. So when you go to Fool the Gap, there's a lot of different moving parts to it. There's a lot of different ways to play it. It's a strategic game.
Yeah.
At Fool the Gap, there have been many times where Ratchet was right beside me, and I would say, "Look, man, I can't see what's behind that little wooded area, but I need eyes on. I need to know how many bodies are actually there, so that I can give good, accurate intel to my general."
Nice.
And he was, you can't see with the naked eye. You don't necessarily want to go up there and find out. So you pull up the sites and see it from there. That's what that's used for.
All right. And now I was also given this too. Someone told me that. Remember we were talking about your recruiting and where you get the people from? I'm under the impression maybe you went to Home Depot or something. Is that where you got all these people?
Yeah, you right about that.
You went to Home Depot.
Home Depot.
Man. You just picked up all these guys and said, "Hey, we're gonna go play
straight out of the U-Haul, baby."
Man. Hey, hold on for a second. That's PBS Reaper. Where you at? Where are my PBS guys, man? Somebody comment on that shit. That is hilarious.
Yeah.
So okay,
that's definitely us.
I get Rash. You want to speak on that one? I can.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's the Walking Dead. So you know who East Coast Reaper is. That's a bit.
Never heard of him. Never heard of him.
He's somebody who I used to be a bit of a mentor. You had him on your show a little while ago, and
I love him. Jason Mann, baby.
Yeah, baby. He used to run an event called The Walking Dead, and for years we had always wanted to be the third team. We'd wanted to be the Walkers because we didn't care about who won or lost. We just wanted to destroy everything. And Walkers, the cool thing about Walkers is they could only be killed with a headshot, which you put Venom with headshot only kills, and it was a bad day for anybody else not playing.
Bad day for everybody.
And what you saw right there is what's called a Walker bomb. So he rented a U-Haul truck, and we stuffed all 40 members of Venom inside that U-Haul truck, rolled up in the middle of a human base, and just destroyed everything around it. It was glorious.
Yep.
It was glorious.
That was fun.
Was that actually a rented U-Haul?
Yeah, you have to talk to Reaper on that one. I think so. But yeah.
Did you have to return? You have to return it clean with no dents or something.
Believe me, when you saw that coming out of that little bit of U-Haul truck, you didn't turn around to shoot at it. You turned around and ran.
Oh my God, that's amazing, dude! That is beautiful. And scrapyard photography, great job, man.
Yeah,
yes,
dude, that's amazing. All right, what is this one?
All right,
that's us at our home field. Yeah, it's our home field getting a little wreck in. Yeah.
So I spoke of Brandon Bell. If you look at the guy that I'm holding hands with, that was the original founder. It was me and him together that founded.
Wow, that's cool.
Venom.
Okay.
This is when we first started. Yep.
Nice. Very, very cool. Nice. Okay, what do we got here?
Whisper and Ninja. Yeah.
Whisper and Ninja.
You won't ever see them. They're always like that. Wherever they go, they're always beside each other.
And if you look a little, like if you look far right corner, you can see Cobra up there too.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
the story Whisper and Ninja is interesting. They Whisper he earned his call sign because he's a relatively quiet guy. He didn't really do a whole lot, but he's savage on the paintball field. And Ninja,
Yep.
it's just the stereotype, man. He's Asian, so.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you guys, a lot of times we always say it's like the mafia. You know, you can't give yourself a name. Basically, name is earned, and name is given to you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where Reaper got his name, but it was given to me. My name was given to me. Jason, I don't know where you got your name, but maybe someone gave it to him. But anyway, when these guys show up, if they already have a name, do you just incorporate that, or do you give them something else because now they've basically had in baptism and they're part of you guys?
No, usually they don't have a name. It was at a point where a name was given just by select members of the team. Like, you know, you might do something and they'll be like, oh, well, you know, that's a good call sign for this person, or, you know, it just all depends. We don't really do the coming with your own call sign. Most of the guys that came, they earned their call signs. It's not like they had their own thing going before they came to play. Most of the guys that come and play are usually first-time players, and they just love us so much that they pick up the sport, I mean, real quick, and they earn their name. So,
How'd you get your call sign, Reaper?
So I played Hollywood Sports, and I always used to wear black. And just a little side note here, I was in the Israeli army, and we're taught like, you know, close quarter combat, that kind of stuff. So pistols and close quarter combat was perfect for me. And where I played in Los Angeles, it's all houses and buildings, and I would, you know, be really sneaky. I'd look for shadows. I hear things and come up by, you know, behind people and scare them without shooting them. And this guy said, "Dude, you're like the Reaper, you know, like you just come." And I said, "Oh, that's cool." And he goes, "Well, you have a name?" I said, "No." And he goes, I go, well, the Reaper. And he goes, no, don't say Reaper. Don't say the Reaper, because that means that there are other people can't be Reaper. Just say Reaper. I said, even better, Reaper. There you go. So he gave me my name, and that was it.
So let me ask you another question. You were in the Israeli army.
Yeah.
Was that skirt standard issue as well?
Fuck you. Yeah.
oh man.
Yes, it was. I was the only one wearing one. Yes, 1986. It was very fashionable. Yes, I was. I could fly. Yeah. No.
I want to see a picture with that.
Yeah. If I was in the Scottish army, I guess it would be very fashionable. But no, I didn't start wearing it for. I don't know. I've been wearing it for like about 7 years. So no, it wasn't. You're very funny. You're very funny. Hey, when I first met this guy, right? In 2 years ago, he actually got me to come to North Carolina. The reason I love you guys so much is because of this guy, right? He got me to come to North Carolina. He pulled a lot of strings. He contacted the head guy at GI and said, "Hey, we're having an event. We want Reaper to be there," right? I think I was the third choice, but anyway, we want Reaper to be there. and then I go, "I'm in," right? So then, I show up, and this crazy cat is there to meet me.
Flip.
Yeah. And
Flip was a general for our walking. We produce a game now. Last year, Flip was a general for us at our game, the Art of War, and he's the man. I can't give enough respect to Flip. He's one of the hierarchies of East Coast paintball, man.
He is so cool. He is so cool. So he's the reason that I came to North Carolina. I fell in love with you. And the funny thing was that I was coming to North Carolina. You know, what I usually do, like you saw what I did already with Full the Gap, right? I mean, I start promoting like about 7 months out, right? We just like promoting just to get the ball rolling and energy. So I was doing the same thing for this event that we were going to in North Carolina. And all of a sudden this, the haters or whoever, they start popping up. And this guy, his name was Duck. I'm calling you out, Duck. This guy, his name was Duck.
Oh, Duck. Duck don't like me.
He doesn't like, and he's like, Duck is he's in the so they post a picture of me like I'm at Nuketown in Chicago. It's that famous picture. I'm coming down the stairs with my pistols, and they posted that Reaper's going to be there. And Duck goes, "Who the fuck is this guy with the skirt and the pistols and all this kind of stuff like that?" So I'm like looking who did that, and I look at a picture of him, and he's got braids, right? So I go, if I'm wearing a skirt, you have braids. He goes, those are not braids. I go, that's not a skirt, it's a kilt. All right. So and then I said to Flip, I go, dude, is this Southern hospitality? Is this what I'm expecting to get over there? And he goes, no, that's just duck. I go, okay, cool. And then
Doug don't like it. So when Venom first hit the scene, it was always my priority to try to push Venom to the top of the food chain in North Carolina. And Paintball Soldiers were the top of the food chain for years before we showed up. And one of the events that we went to was an event called Contien, which is an event produced by the Hulk, which is actually Nehemiah, who is actually the XO of Full the Gap. That's coming up for the NATO side. But he produced a game called Contien, and when he did, I wanted to make an example. So I came in hard as I could, as hard as I knew how. And again, I'm used to playing speedball. I wasn't really new to the scenario world. But I was coming in as hard as I could, and at one point in time, I actually bunkered Flip and Duck at the same time. And, that was a bad idea because when I bunkered him, I only shot Flip one time. I shot him in the wrist, and it was point blank range because I was too full of energy. And then they proceeded to empty their entire hopper. Duck came on the left side, Flip came out on the right side, and they just unloaded on me. I was like, that's not how speedball works, but I guess that's how scenario ball works. No, lessons we learned that day. So Duck hasn't liked me any sense because he didn't like the way I came up and just shot Flip.
That's not how anything works in paintball. That's not right.
Well, hold on. Let me preface that. So the reason why they were so mad, and they had every right to be mad, was because what I didn't know was that the ref was actually calling them out and was trying to make it safe. Because again, scenario ball is different from speedball. So scenario ball, there's like hundreds of paintballs were flying into their bunker because they were like the last stand. And when I came in to so-called finish them off, they were already dead, and I didn't know it. So
so they got pissed off.
Duck had every reason to be upset with me. It was the art of, it's the fog of war, and I really wasn't paying attention because I was relatively new to the scenario world. But yeah, lessons were learned that day. Flip, sorry, bro. Duck, I don't really care about you though. You can still hate me. I don't care. I don't like you.
That's okay. No, Flip is a really cool cat. Not only did I learn about Bojangles, biscuits, and moonshine. Yes, but he took me out to his casa.
Except for that lemonade shit. That ain't moonshine. But I'm sorry.
Have you guys? No, it wasn't the store-bought stuff. This is the stuff that looks like it came out of a lawnmower. You know what I'm saying? It was like, what is this? It's like,
what's a lawnmower?
Dude, that's horrible shit. Anyway, but have you guys been to his house? Flip's house?
No, not me. I haven't.
Okay, so listen, he's got this amazing house. He's got a little lake that he's built, but then he's got all these cabins around there. And you know what he does? He has paintballers come in that don't have a place to stay, and they stay at his place. This guy is so into our sport and the community and the people and the players and stuff like that. He's such a great guy. So yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. Who is I think we got a hello from Mexico, and who do we have here? Who's this guy?
That's team captain of LAPD, man. They align with us a lot. And most of the games we go to, we can always count on them to back us up. In North Carolina, we've kind of got like a solid pact with a lot of each other. And yeah, John, you the man, bro. Looking forward to seeing you at the Art of War, man.
Nice. I like kilts, but I don't like assholes like Duck. I actually dream about smashing assholes like Duck.
I'll let Flip respond on that one.
You know what? He never actually, what's it called? He actually didn't show up for the event. He never came, to the event. And the other thing about the event was, it was like, here's Reaper. I'm flying all over the world. I'm doing all the stuff. I'm everything. And then you've got your own Reaper, right? And so then they're like, East Coast, West Coast Reaper. And I'm like, I'm not into that shit. And I just showed up and I was just like,
I only call y'all the difference because y'all are both Reaper, and I need to be able to make sure people understand which one I'm talking about.
You can do W or E Reaper, whatever you want to do. No, E Reaper, yeah, like E Celeb, yeah, E Reaper.
So Duck never even showed up.
Well, yeah, exactly. So Duck never showed up. I never had to worry about it, and that's it. I mean, but yeah.
See, if you're gonna talk the talk, you got to at least show up to the game. Man.
He did. I think he gave up. Whatever. Anyway, so hey, we have Mamba. Hey, Mamba, how are you doing, brother? Look at this.
Yeah.
got
Hey,
your
Mama,
shot.
how do I get on that committee next year for the general thing, man? You said there's a committee in that show. In that show that you were on last Friday, you said there was a committee
Yeah.
to choose who's the general for Florida guy. What do I got to do to get on that, man?
You know what? You guys
Send me a
talked
private message. Let me know.
Yeah, exactly. Talked about Foley Gap. All right.
Yeah.
The pictures are not popping up. What's not Jason says the pictures are not popping up. What pictures are you talking about? Oh, Jason, listen. Jason Mann said the picture's not popping up. Take that red thing you have with the two little white things and shake it up like this. Maybe that'll no. Your etch is not working. What are you saying?
Oh man,
Jason, you should be popping up here, man. We should pop you up here. All right. Okay, cool. So let me go back here to some pictures. And what is this one here? Oh, we saw that. Hang on a second.
yeah.
Never mind. Hey, stop it. I'm a one-man show here. Hang on a second.
Come on now.
Stop it.
You're slipping,
Ready?
guy. You're slipping.
Porn star.
Yeah.
It looks like you knew I wasn't going to let this one go by. I stumbled across that picture and go, all right. So what?
Oh, that was earned. That was one of those call signs that was earned.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we do a fundraiser every October for our field. We're fortunate to be in an area that has got a relatively high level of flexible spending for a lot of the customers in the area. So our field owner produces a game called the Extreme Haunt, where we hire a bunch basically high school kids to go up on the field, and then we have old military, like Vietnam era transport trucks, and we mount paintball guns to the side of them. We drive through the field and allow our customers to shoot at all the paintballers. And then there's a little side game that we have, which is like an airsoft gun. And we have a bunch of zombies inside of like a little maze, and you're going through and you're shooting all the maze. And the goal is to shoot all the zombies within a certain amount of time. So Pornstar was, this is before he actually joined our roster, but he was kind of a prospect at the time we were interested. And I was abusing him, I should say, as one of my refs to take the airsoft gun and refill it with ammo so that we could be ready for the next customer. And at one point in time, we had a customer that was just so excited and like terrified and thrilled at the same time. He burst through the final door, which is this giant, heavy Connex door, and he kicked the door open. And Pornstar was on the other side of it, and instead of like taking the rifle, he ended up taking a shot straight to the eye. So he got shot with an airsoft round right in the eye, and got put to the hospital. And we were all like terrified. I was terrified because I was kind of in charge of the operation. I was like, shit, I just got a guy injured and whatnot. I was kind of nervous. And then a little bit later, he eventually joins our team, and then he starts, complaining as typical recruits tend to do sometimes. And I pretty much told him to shut up. And I said, look, man, I was like, you did what you were supposed to do, and I'm sorry that you stood there like a porn star waiting to take a shot in the eye, man. Like you should have said. So he's been a porn star ever since.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, Jared, it's yours, baby. You got to own it.
All right. So no pearl necklace for him. All right. So he didn't.
No pearl necklace.
Oh, okay, I got it. All right. Listen, that's fantastic. Listen, porn star, congratulations on the name. All right. Good job, man. Good job. What do we got here? Jason, man, the one you're trying to show us, Mark. Jason, what are you talking about? He said the pictures are not popping up. Are you guys seeing the pictures?
I'm seeing them.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm seeing them, but I don't know if anyone else is not seeing them. There's
everybody's got to be seeing them. All right, hang on a second. And he also wants me to get my shit together. All right, thanks. Yeah. All right, Jason. All right, I will.
You can always count on a vote of confidence.
South Africa likes your porn star name. There you go. Best sign ever there. All right, cool. So let's see if more pictures don't pop up. I'm seeing them. How about this cool picture?
Oh yeah.
Show enough. Uh-huh.
Show enough.
Wait, the guy's name is Show Enough? What?
Show enough. That's his call sign. Yeah.
Bruce Leroy.
Show enough.
Showing up?
Who's the master?
Show enough. You ever seen Last Dragon? It's a movie called Last Dragon.
Sorry, no, I'm not into that stuff. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I'm not.
It's a guy. It's a guy by the name of Bruce Leroy and
Bruce Leroy.
The antagonist is
Bruce
a guy named
Leroy.
Show Enough, and it's a spoof. It's kind of it's too long a story to
it's
go
funny.
into. Yeah.
Okay.
Am I the priest?
Who the master?
I'm gonna The Last Dragon. I got it because the Bruce Lee movie was what the Enter the Dragon. That's why.
Show enough is a kickboxer, man.
All right.
He's an athlete. He's a physical athlete. So
I got it. Okay, that's cool. All right, that's a great picture though. But when he was running into the what do you guys use? Was that an Enola Gay?
Probably more than likely.
We mainly rock Enola Gay when I buy them. When the team gets them, we buy boxes of Enola Gay. We're not sponsored by them, but hey, hit us up.
Well, I'm sponsored by them, and I
might be hollering at you.
Or a lot of the guys watch our show, so you know what?
Hey, Shane wants to know when we're going to start traveling to events other than the South. So we traveled to one event as of the past couple of years. We've always traveled to at least one event per year that's out of our state. We've gone to Ion. We've gone to Living Legends up in Michigan. We've always sent something somewhere. Last year we went to South Carolina. The answer to your question, Shane, we will start going to events out of North Carolina when there are events that are worth our money to go. North Carolina, we've got a healthy showing of great, fantastic events. We've got Black Ops, we've got Command Decisions. Our field is spot on. So it's like for us, it's like we could go out, but at the end of the day, it's like if you got something good, why change it? We went to Ion, we had a good time, but I mean, Ratchet could probably speak on that. We like our South Carolina ball, man. The culture of players, the style of paintball that we do down here, it's more to our theme. We play honest, integrity type of paintball, and I like playing against other teams that share that same mindset. And I just ain't really felt that too much from the North, truth be told.
Oh, truth be told, I like how you sugarcoat that. Yes. Truth be told. So listen. Jason says that his Xbox 360 is finally working. Is that what it is? They working now. Very good. Hey, would you want to buy a vowel? Or are you like? All right. And Rosemary thinks that I'm interviewing Tupac for some reason. What's with that?
Oh, right. She calling me Tupac. That's what's up.
There it is.
That's what's up.
All right.
Take that as a compliment.
Hey, from Florida. All right, cool. All right. And I'm stuck again. There we go. Okay, cool. So let's do this. Jason said he's finally seeing the pictures. That's fantastic, Jason. Thanks for catching up with the tour. All right. And, all right. Hold on a second.
Deadeye.
Yeah, that's Deadeye. Damn, that's Deadeye with a bald head. I ain't used to that one.
Yep.
It's been a while.
Who is that? You?
That's Deadeye.
No, that's one of our other guys. That's one of our platoon leaders. So by the name of Deadeye.
Deadeye? Deadeye. Okay, cool. I'm sorry.
Deadeye.
He's a very accurate marksman. He used to shoot first strike, but he can switch it up, and he's been in the paintball game almost as long as I've been in it. He's at the rank of platoon leader. So basically, we have 2 platoons in the unit or in our club, and he controls half of our squad. And Ratchet controls the entire organization, but Deadeye controls half of it, and the guy named Cooter controls the other half.
Okay, speaking of first strikes, somebody's taking this very. Oh, I'm stuck again. You know what I found out? I'm going to tell you what I found out. I was doing an interview with Mad Frog. I don't know if you guys know. Do you guys know Mad Frog? Mad Frog Militia. Everybody's getting to know everybody on my show because I'm bringing everybody together. So eventually you're all going to know each other. You know what I'm saying? All these different teams throughout the world. Anyway, Mad Frog is out of Detroit. And so they were doing a show on, I think it was Zoom. And I didn't freeze up at all. So, and that means that it's not my camera. That means that there's probably something with this software and it. And I was like watching the whole show. I was like, what the fuck? Right. So anyway. I'll figure it out. I'll contact the company. I'm paying for this. I don't want to be like,
hey, Reaper, can I plug something real quick? Since we're
wait, are you gonna leave your clothes on when you do it, or what?
Yeah, of course. I wanted to take time because Shane was talking about traveling to other events in the South and stuff. I wanted to take an opportunity to plug. The way our team is run, I have a committee that actually runs a production of our own. And I wanted to invite, the best way to get us to go to your event is to make sure you swing by and check out our event. And we got an event showing up July 18th. It's called The Art of War. It's a game that I am passionate about, not because it's just my organization, but I've never seen a game like it. And I think it's kind of cool. It's a game that removes all points There is no way to earn points. It's a game where you basically play, and per hour you unlock objectives, and those objectives give your general tools to use at a final battle. And it's a final battle, winner takes all. You're frozen again, by the way. Winner takes all. It's a super fun event. Last year we had around 140 people come out, or it was more, I think it was more than that, but it was around that number that came out and played. And this year, if we can get Ratchet, I don't remember the exact number, but there was a certain number that we can get, then we're going to be raffling off a limited edition M2. So we're trying to break the scene that we have right now with the current climate and pandemics that's going on and everything. If we can get some numbers out there, we'd like to give away a really nice die M2 gun that's limited edition.
M3, it's a die M3.
Shameless plug out there.
That's not a shameless plug.
John's talking about it.
The only one I have is this one.
That's it, baby. So that's 2019. I'm gonna send you some artwork, man. I'm gonna send you some artwork. We got another one. It's gonna be the next act, 2020. We got a video that's on our website you can check out.
Okay, cool.
It's of what happened in 2019. It's a super fun event, man.
Okay, cool.
I just wanted to plug it while I had the chance, because I don't know how much opportunities I'll have on here.
Art of War is seriously fun format. Nice. All right, cool. That is fantastic. What do I got here? Where's my, okay, there we go. Okay, so what I was saying was somebody is apparently into first strikes because they're taking their job very serious here.
Yeah, that's a long shot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so is he actually using first strikes on this?
Yep. He only shoot first strikes. He don't shoot round ball.
Damn, this is cool. What is this? Is this
It's a SAR.
Yeah, I thought so. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. I was in Quebec. I was in Canada a couple years ago. I go once a year for an event, and I met this guy named Matthew. And what he was doing was he takes his first strike rounds and he actually sands down the bottom, and then he weighs each one. And that's how much he's into it. You know what I'm saying? And so he's grouping them all by weight, so he knows how far they all go. So he'll know which distance to shoot each one. Damn. And I mean, that's amazing.
Step your game up, baby. That's what you need to
do. Hey, you probably just gave two of the guys on our teams some good ideas. Exactly. And thank you, because more than likely they're going to be practicing with first strike, shooting us. So thank you for that.
No worries. What you got to do, listen, you guys, what you got to do is take the first strike round and sand off the nipple. You know what I'm saying? There's that little piece on the end of it. You sand.
So
that
they already sand off the nipple. They've
cool.
been doing that since they've been shooting first strike. I never heard about the weighing them thing.
Then they lay it on the really, really fine piece of sandpaper, and then they just rub it across there so everything is smooth and precise. And then they weigh each one, because all those first strikes weigh they're a little bit different. And once you've dialed in to how far these ones are going, forget about it, right? So there you go.
We have a healthy dose of first strike shooters on our club. I've just recently picked up a pistol for the first time last weekend.
Right.
And I'm fucking nuts for it, man.
Dude, like, what'd you get? First strike? Did you get
I got the what's the compact, the first strike compact?
Yeah, the FSR, right.
And I only shot round ball out of it because I don't like shooting rental players. Like, I just don't like shooting rental players with first strike.
Right.
But I was shooting round ball, and see, I've been playing since 2003. So for me, it's like, I played speedball. I played at a pretty high competitive level. I played consistently, continually. It got to a point where it's just not fun shooting rental players on the weekend anymore. So it's hard for me to be reinvigorated when I go out there. I mainly go out on the weekends just to hang out with my crew because I love playing with them, and I'll ref a few games. Right. But I got to play with a pistol, man. It's a whole different animal when you play mag-fed. When you play with a pistol and all you got is 7 to 8 rounds in that bitch, it's like, or not, man. It's like no holds bar. Like I have to, and I had a blast. It was cool. But it's cool because I needed you got first strike players on the team, and I see them picking it up, and I see them find that passion, and it's like, I've never done it, but now you're around that, you're exposed to that, and it's like, now I want to pick it up. I want to try some of that, I'm still going to go hammer at full the gap in these events. I'm still going to go full auto, but it's cool to have the pistol and do mag-fed and challenge yourself in a different way.
So Archangel says, he's grouping them by weight and bore. And then John said that's an old bench rest shooting tourney trick. Wait and measure every round, then group them together. So Whoops. Sorry, I just let that out. All right.
You got some serious time on your hands. If you go sit there and wait your rounds, I just want to shoot somebody.
Yeah, especially with our guys, that's probably buying about 1,000 rounds per event, probably a little more than 1,000. So
right.
Yeah, that was actually a strategy that went. So like Bones and Ashes, that was one of the strategies that one of my guys had. He was like, you know what? There's a limited amount of first strike rounds you can buy. I'm going to purchase all of them.
I'm just buying them all.
Yeah, we're competitive like that. We're like win at all costs, within reason, within the rules. But we're competitive. We want to win, and if that means we got to buy up every first strike round you got,
I think that's cool. And what you guys, a lot of times, what happens with the first strikes, if you're playing against like snipers and stuff, certain kind of material you're wearing, if they don't shave off the nipple, you actually just become a first strike collector because they don't break, and they just get hung up on you. And you got like a whole bag of first strikes, and it's like, this is pretty cool, right?
I wish
or you shoot them back.
Pinned in the back of the head one time.
You can shoot them
back.
Right?
It didn't break, but I wish it did because it made my knees buckle, man. I don't like.
I'm telling you. And listen, when I play in Mexico, right, there's FPS is like
what? Long shot, man. He hollered out. He already.
Oh, he's got it.
Called it. He weighs it, sizes it. He probably sleeps with them, polishes them for the end of the
night. Yeah. So in Mexico, there's like FPS is like, huh? Like what? So like I'm playing against people with first strike rounds, and they go by like this. Fuck you. Because
God damn, like they shooting like 330.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you.
I remember when they first came on the scene, Reaper. When they first came on the scene, I remember thinking to myself, that was so whack because old school ballers, we all know, is like first strike, or when people talked about sniper guns and stuff, like old school ballers, we knew better. It's like, yeah, you go ahead and get that 16-inch barrel, that 20-inch barrel. Good luck, buddy. I mean, because we know better, because round ball there's no such thing as a sniper round in paintball. First strikes came in, and the first time I got my bell rung, because I was standing up thinking there's no way because no other ball could range me. But that dude ranged me, hit me straight in the dang throat. I was like, I was a believer ever since. I still hate him, but I respect him.
Dude, I have on my pistols, on my T-Pixes, I have first, they're called long range kits. So basically you take out the internals of your TPXs, and you can put this kit inside that's made by Tippmann. You can use first strike rounds in your pistols, right? So then you have these 12 rounds, this kind of thing. And then a fan of mine actually he made me 2 barrels that he honed out the back ends of the TPX barrels that you can slide in freak inserts, right? So now you've got like a tight freak insert and first strike rounds. It's just like accuracy. You just like wherever you aim it, that's where it's going. And you're right.
You're an asshole.
Do it on rental, kids.
Yeah, you're an asshole. I got you. Yeah,
I know.
You made your point.
You're
one of those guys.
Exactly. No, listen. Actually, I rarely use them, and most of the games that I play, I only shoot someone maybe 10 feet or close quarters. So, but yeah, it's kind of a cool thing to be able to to like just like shoot someone at a really far distance. The problem is, like I said, when the first strikes hit the other person and they don't break, then you've wasted all that time. And I only use 12 grams. The 12 grams, I only use that. So my shots really have to count. I really have to get the person out. So I just use round balls mostly. That's cool. Who's Matthew Felder? Do anybody know? What? Do we know who this is or not?
Matthew, that's Matthew. Sunshine.
I was about to kick him out. You guys were staring at him like, who? What?
That's
Hit Squad. Hit Squad.
Yeah, Hit Squad's our chant, man. We're Venom, but we kind of coined the term Hit Squad a couple years ago, and whenever you hear Hit Squad, hate's coming behind it.
Yeah. All right.
I think the only team that's actually gotten close to us on that level of intensity was a team called Soup Can. I don't know if any of those guys are on it, but when I first heard the word Soup Can, it was like, yeah, okay, we speaking the same language, because they came in bringing the pain too at Bones and Ashes.
Yeah.
They were playing against us, and I was like, I didn't hear much Hit Squad that event because our morale was kind of low that event for reasons I'd like not to go into. But I heard Soup Can, I was like, oh yeah, they got that swag, they like us. Hey, I respect the Soup Can if y'all are out there, man. Mad respect to y'all.
Soup Can. All right, I'm gonna look that up. All right,
tell me about this. There's a team we need to have out here, man. For real. We played Bones and Ashes. And there's a lot of great teams out there, but the Soup Can was the damn team that I saw in my face 24/7. They played hard. If you want to have another great team out there, that's the only event I know of them, and that's the only time I ever heard of them. But I will remember them fools the next time I see them again. I'll know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
All right.
Look out for them. Look out for them. Bring them on the show. I'd like to hear what they got to say.
I was stuck. I couldn't do it. I couldn't move to the left or right. Was that?
Oh yeah, that's us.
Oh,
That's us,
you
baby.
sure? Because I thought I got that from another page, a different page, but I guess
Hey,
not.
Bricktop, I see you. Hashtag Soup Can. You bring them to the field at Full to Gap, you might have a chance, but you better put them on Rex because that's the only chance you're going to have against us. Put that out there. I'm just saying.
Nice. Tell us about that video.
Go ahead.
That was a video that one of our team members shot just at a regular day of playing at the field. I think he actually did that video for the day. That was just like a one-day video. You know, just something he was trying out on his camera and wanted to throw a video together. And we just played our game, and he got some good footage.
Showtime.
Showtime.
I think he got very good footage, and I think that he's got to pursue that aspect of his career. Is he actually doing that? Is he actually?
So, yeah, that's honestly that was So he's no longer with our organization. He voluntarily walked away from us, and that's one of those situations where, in my opinion, it was he had different interests for what he wanted to do for us, and there was a little bit less than what we could do in return. And
I got it.
He ended up making the decision to walk away, and we
Okay.
all love and respect him. I hope he comes back.
Nice.
Yep.
Very cool. I like it. That's a great video. He did a great job. He's got a great eye for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, man. Yeah, he was amazing.
Who's this?
That's Predator.
Okay, Predator.
That's actually Brandon, one of the founders of the team. When he first started playing speedball, or I guess giving it a shot, because I think Brandon started as a woods ball person first, and then he went into speedball. But he's versatile. He's one of the most scariest guys on our team.
Nice.
Real sneaky, real big, but real silent, deadly. You know, Predator. It's a good name. Or Nightmare.
But this is what I'm getting, especially from you, Ryan, as well, that a lot of you guys came from the speedball world, and then all of a sudden, they're doing this, and they're using their snap shooting skills and all this kind of stuff. They're double, it's amazing.
Polar opposite, actually. You got it reversed.
Yeah. Some of us pick speedball up. I mean, like Ryan, he started off with speedball. Me, I came off the streets and played paintball one time, and then I just never left the field.
I honestly don't know. I don't know anyone else. I don't know anyone else on our organization that started speedball and played Venom. It's been the other way around. So I was the only one that ever played speedball. Now, with that being said, we're an organization that encourages the way of life of paintball, not necessarily a particular style of paintball. So you're kind of right, because we do scenario ball, but it's not uncommon for us to organize a speed ball day where we'll go to another field and just play speedball all day just to get our skill sets up.
Well, because it was interesting, like you said, Predator though. But Predator, did he play speedball first, or did he play rec ball?
No,
because
Predator is actually Brandon Bell. That's the guy that used to be my XO. He's the co-founder of the team.
Oh, right. Raza.
And we call him Nightmare now. And he started out as a straight up rental, and I saw the passion and the fire in his eyes when he first started playing. And then I upon him, I built our organization that we have now. But he fell in love with paintball first, played scenario ball at the field that we played at. We had no speedball. And then I told him to go play speedball at PBC, which is where you played at. And he went down there, and then he got bit by the bug, as they say, and he ain't never looked back.
Nice. Okay. We're going to be there. Soup can. Hancock Powers. You know who
Yeah.
Hancock
Okay.
is?
That's probably who you're looking for. I honestly don't even know. I don't know who he is, man. I just know Soup Can. I heard that name. They were great. They were a great team. There's few teams that I will hold up to a high esteem because I love our team so much and I respect our team so much and I know what we put in and we put in the hard work. But at Bones and Ashes, man, Soup Can really balled. I'd like to see him on the show. I want to hear more about their team and where they came from.
Well, I tried to get him on the show, but he kept on saying, listen, watch this, watch. I tried to get him on the show, Hancock Powers, and we even had a date, Hancock Powers, and it was supposed to happen, Hancock Powers. And then so maybe you can PM me again, Hancock Powers, and we'll maybe get you and the team on the show.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be a Fold the Gap. It'd be great to have you guys on the show too.
Hey, you know what? I got a question. Here's Reaper. Here's another person. I'm curious to know. You had me on the show. You had Reaper on the show. You had
Ben Painter
Angel on the show. Ben Painter, and you've had all the producers for Fold the Gap on the show. How come you ain't had the NATO generals on the show yet? What's up with that?
I don't know. Listen. The show's open for everybody. So whoever wants to come on.
I want to hear these NATO generals. I want to hear these NATO generals on your show, man. I got some comments I'd like to ask, some questions I'd like to ask.
That must be a sign that he's gonna come and play for Warsaw this year too, right?
Say what?
Look at he says, "Bro, I'm sorry." Hours. He works weird hours. So, all right. What's he say? I've only started playing with these guys recently. I did not make the Bones and Ashes. All right. So, yeah.
Well, then you don't count. Go back to the back seat, man. Get on back in the trunk, man. You don't belong there, man. I want to talk to the man in charge of the Soup Can. That's who I want to holler at.
All right. So, yeah. What's it called? We've actually been kind of doing a what's it called? Almost like the first show that I ever did 2 months ago was with Jason and Ben. Just Jason, Ben Painter and Jason. And it was just that I got this idea to do the show, and Ben, what happened was Ben started to do his show. I don't know if you ever saw his first shows, but basically it was like a kind of a mixture of a podcast and an audio. So he was basically, you could see him talking, and he was holding the phone up to the microphone when he was talking to Jason, right? So it was like, and I was like, what kind of show is this, right? So I called them up and I go, hey, I'm going to do a show. I want you guys to be on because we can talk about North Carolina and how much I love you guys. So we did, and we had and it was great. We had him on the show. We had a great time. And so yeah, pretty much that started the whole thing about the Fold the Gap of like, let's see about going to Fold the Gap. Dude, Jason Mann, right? So last year he goes, I'm going to get you to Fold the Gap. I'm going to get you to Fold the Gap. And I said, I got a huge schedule. I got this and then I had a little opening in November, and then it turns out to be on my mom's birthday. So he goes, I'm going to get you. He says, I'm going to start a GoFundMe. I'm going to mortgage my house. I'm going to sell my couch. I'm just going to he's just gonna and you know what? And then Ryan and I were joking about that the other day. We were talking on the phone, and he goes, I got to tell you the truth, man. He goes, Jason came up to me and he goes, man, I'm trying to get this Reaper from Los Angeles to come out. And he goes, I don't know who the fuck this guy is. Why am I going to pay for this guy to come out? Like, who the fuck is this guy, right? So, and I was like telling Jason, I said, no, dude, listen, sponsors pay for me to come out. You're not going to do that. He says, no, this is my Super Bowl. I want you to be there. Like that. I guess. So fine. It didn't work out. This year,
about the game.
Dude, this year it worked out. So this year I'm going to be there. We're looking forward to playing on both teams, just so everybody can shoot.
You're playing for Warsaw, right?
I'm sorry, what'd you say? I don't speak English.
Warsaw, right?
I'm sorry, what'd you say? I'm playing on both teams. I'm playing on both teams. There's no, listen, I have no dog in this fight. There's just,
we playing on both teams too. What do you say, Ratchet?
Yeah, we playing on Warsaw. That's what we playing.
All right.
I don't know where you're going. And I tell you what, if you are going to NATO, you better stay away from us because we're going to be hunting you.
No, listen, I want to play with you guys. I want to play against you guys. That's what I do. I play with everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it's all. Listen, Jason said I wasn't making that up. It's a true story. He was going to sell his couch, right? He was going to sell his couch. the one that he has in the front lawn, right? Exactly. So, exactly. Anyway, all right. So no, I'm going to play on both sides just so everybody can shoot me and I can experience the game. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to play with it.
You're going to hashtag sit down or lay down before it's over with, bro.
All right.
All right. Out there.
Nice.
Hey, I got to try, man. I'm plugging it. It's going to happen. It's going to be 6 minutes to Rex.
It's good. Listen, so the let me get some more pictures out of here, and then we're gonna talk about some other things about you guys specifically, and then we'll talk about Fold the Gap. All right, because this show is about you guys.
Okay.
So I'm trying to promote you guys. All right. So who is this guy?
That's Preacher.
Okay. So Preacher, he's going
No,
in. With,
matter of fact, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That
I was
is
gonna say.
that's Allah. Is that
Dream
is that
Killer.
Mark?
Is that
Yeah, that's Dream Killer. Yep, pod on the back.
That's Dream Killer when he had hair.
I mean, damn. That's right. That's right.
Back when he still had hair.
So
And this is Fallout. That's right. That's Dream Killer. Sorry about that.
okay. So is this a die dam he's got?
Yes, it is.
So he's going with a box mag and a hopper.
Yep.
Yes? That's like wearing a kilt and pants. I mean, what do you?
That's an old event. He done changed style since then.
All right.
I think he rock a LV1 now.
All right. Pick a lane.
This is gonna choice.
All right. What's his name?
Dream
We
Killer.
call him Dream Killer. So yeah, he got his call sign. That's actually pretty fun. When he got his call sign, because when he was a brand new rental, when he was a brand new player, he bought his first gun, and it was one of those minis, and he didn't know how to change the settings or do anything. So out the box, it was full ramp, and he was ready to go. And so just imagine, if you could, Reaper, just put in your mindset, right? You're about 6 years old, and you're playing paintball for the first time in your life, and you're with your parents, and your mom is behind this bunker, and she's shooting away, and you're trying so hard to like stay in the game, and you've got this big dream of your mind of what paintball is going to be. And then some other rental player with a brand new speedball marker just ropes you from ankle to head and shoots you from ankle to toe. So like the whole story behind it was like he came out in the field and did that, and the entire team turned on him and was like, "Dude, what's wrong with you? What are you doing? You sick?" And he was looking at us like, "I don't know what I did." He felt so bad for doing what he did, and then from there on, he was the Dream Killer.
Dream Killer.
The Dream Killer.
Is that Rob?
No,
it's Mark Padula.
Okay.
Mark Padula is him. Rob is his son, actually. Well, we call him his son.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll meet them both at Folda. That's cool.
Yeah,
all right. So now let's jump into some serious
I got
stuff.
all our Venom peeps up here. What's up, Rob?
I know, that's right. I
Slim
know.
Thicky?
All right. What this is what I ask, and you kind of already answered it, but I'm going to ask it kind of again. This is what I've always asked about the players and or the teams that come on, promoters. You guys have such a big team. How connected are you guys with charities?
So yeah, we every year at Full the Gap, Make-A-Wish is like one of the founding, one of the sponsors of Full the Gap, I guess you could say. And so every year we always heavily contribute to Make-A-Wish Foundation. We kind of follow. It was one of those things that kind of fell into us because we didn't even realize that charitable was part of the paintball culture. Because when I first started, I didn't even know. Speedball never really does much for charities. That's just the fact of it.
That's true.
And then Reaper actually kind of introduced us to Iron Man, who was in charge of the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and we built up a strong relationship. So we're heavy contributors. I'm not one to try to brag too much, but like we love us the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and every year we save up and contribute to that.
Cool. I'm always telling that to people that don't know about our community or whatever, and I'm also like, it's a natural thing, and here's. I'm going to give you just off the top of my head here. This is my philosophy on that. Like what I see with you guys and what I see with a lot of the teams that are out there, they're salts of the earth. They're the blue collar workers. They're the, you know what I'm saying? They're the 9-to-5ers, the guys that keep this world, or guys and girls keep this world alive kind of thing. And in doing so, I don't know if it's a religious thing, Bible Belt, whatever, but there's always this underlining thing about community. And giving back to the community and growing the community. And I've always seen that with these woods ball scenario, big game kind of teams, right? Now I do both. I played speedball, not professionally, just, for fun with my pistols against, speedball players, whatever else. And I've been to a lot of speedball events. But I see more of that kind of what you're talking about, that giving kind of thing at our woods ball events, at our scenario, big game kind of things, where there's always at least one or two charities represented. And you guys are always, you might even have problems paying your bills, but you're out there giving money, you know what I'm saying, to these things. So it's just, my hat's off to you guys.
Well, it's the whole culture in general, man. It is predominant in the scenario world. That's one of the things you just love. we had a tragic event happen to us this earlier this year, and it really crippled every one of us. I mean, a lot of us are still healing in ways that I can't really describe. But one of the things that I noticed right out the gates that I was trying to share with all my friends was the incredible outpouring of love that you get from people that don't even know you. It's like if you play paintball, you're part of a lifestyle and you're a part of a culture where
Right.
it's like we all get it, man. We are all with each other in ways, and it's like my inbox blew up, our team inbox blew up, and there's just so much love that was given to us from people that might have seen us once or might have played with us and may not have liked the way we play or been good friends with us off the field, but there's just that love that was given to us, and we were getting flowers from teams at the
Wow.
I mean, it was incredible, man. It really was. And it's like that's the love that you get from this community. It's like we can be intense on a paintball field and we will call each other outside of our own names and everything else in between. But at the end of the day, there's like a love behind all of it, even if we're not on the same grid square. We still have that passion and love for what it is that we bring to each other. And every team has got their own little mold, and our team is no different. Our team, we've got every walk of life within our own culture. We've got white collar, we got blue collar, we got no collar. We got it all. And at the end of the day, like any one of those dudes knows they can call me or I can call them
Right.
and say, hey, I need your help, and hang up the phone. And they already know I'm coming. They're like,
Right,
I don't know
right.
where you're at and
Wow.
how far away we're coming. That's just
Yep.
that's the paintball love. Yeah.
That's what I learned again. I mean, I learned that when I was in the military, and if you guys are in the military, you understand that same brotherhood camaraderie thing. But I also learned that again when we had the veterans militia on, right? And so they already were veterans and this brotherhood kind of thing. And then the paintball again, the question I asked them, and I'll ask you guys the same question, is I'm not a sports guy, right? I mean, I think a lot of times if you're from the South, or like when you were talking about the basketball Durham, right? And my eyes started glazing over, like I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about, right? Okay, cool. And on the West Coast, we've got surfing, we've got skateboard, we got all this kind of, right? Okay, cool. So I was never raised amongst that kind of thing. The first time when I jumped into paintball, 2008, and I got involved in the community and everything like that, I said, this is something amazing. So my question is, you guys are sports guys. I mean, you right? If you were to play like softball or be on a adult softball team or adult basketball team, is it the same thing as being in the paintball community? Is there like bowling communities that are the same thing and softball communities that are the same thing? Or is there something unique about our community?
I would say I don't know. I think paintball is a different category than all those other sports. I mean, it's based on a sport mentality, but it's different when you're shooting at somebody and you got to rely on somebody behind you to not get you shot, or it's a little different. I think.
Okay, so I mean, have you been connected? Do you play other sports?
Well, I mean, I used to ride dirt bikes. I played basketball. I played football. I mean, that was just in my past. I'm 32, so I've had a pretty good sports life playing basketball and sports. But once I jumped into paintball, it wasn't going back to anything else. I actually haven't played basketball or football since I started playing paintball about 5 years ago. So
okay, so 5 years previous though, were there like forums and that kind of stuff? Like what paintball is made up of, right? We've got like our shows, we've got our forums, we've got like these teams and all that kind of stuff. Would you compare it to anything else? Would you compare it to like if you were to play an adult basketball league or an adult soccer league? That's not a professional, it's amateur kind of thing. I just can't see. I don't know.
I wouldn't know, because I've never pursued anything other than paintball, so I couldn't tell you yes or no. I've never tried to get on an adult football team or any other thing besides that. Paintball has, really been the only thing that I've taken serious since I started playing.
Okay, cool. All right. So, and that was it. We were talking about Hitman the whole time. So, I'm sorry. We were talking about exactly. No, I was just saying that. I was just saying that.
I had no dog in that fight, man. I
know.
never played any sports growing up, but I knew Ratchet was a footballer back in the day, so I was going to let him speak
Nice.
out now.
Okay, so here's another thing that happens to your team a lot. As I understand, that because you take your jobs very serious, and I get, like we started at the beginning of the show, we were talking about the nobody can just, you can't just sign up and go, hey, I'm here. There's like a vetting process, the whole thing. So you've created this kind of esprit de corps. You've created this kind of like this group of guys and girls, or I don't know if there's any girls, but any girls?
Yeah, we got a girl.
Yep, we have one
girl, and yeah, she's our sister. Yep.
Okay, so you've created this thing, and in doing so, you've got this hierarchy structure. You've got this way that everybody plays. Everybody knows their strengths and weaknesses. You guys, you rent U-Hauls and the whole. I'm just joking.
Hey, that was all part of the production of the Walking Dead. We ain't got nothing to do with that.
But
we
in
just
doing,
piled up in that thing and jumped out like a bunch of mad demons.
All right, so here's what I'm saying.
Glorious.
This is another. As you guys.
Reaper, we got to bring that game back, man. That was fun. That was too much fun. Get us all loaded up in that U-Haul again and drop us off somewhere so we can go smash on people.
You know what you should do is actually do that. Actually get them loaded up, shut the door, and then go to Home Depot and just open it up. Go, go, go! And
like, jump out.
Hey, Ratchet, set that up, man. I'll be there.
All right. So, as most of you guys know, when you watch my show, or if you know anything about me, one of the bones of contention I have is that celebrities shouldn't be generals, right? I'm always saying that a person needs to earn their stripes, whatever it is, whether you're an XO that you work your way up to, whatever it is, okay? You've got to earn your stripes. The celebrity thing is great for promoting, getting the word out there, that kind of stuff, but not for this. The reason that I'm saying that is I have two bones of contention. Number one is making celebrities generals. Number two is giving awards to people that don't deserve it. If you're a general, or you were made a general last year or something like that, and then you go, I'm giving the best team player to the girls that have bikinis. That's it. You win, right? And I'm like, what? There's people that we're dying in the heat, right? We're suffocating.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I say that out loud? I'm sorry. Well, anyway, we're dying in the heat. It's 1,000 degrees, and people are passing out, and they're giving the award away to a girl with titties, or showing her titties. I mean, like,
I don't know any girls without them, but yeah.
What I'm saying is, to me, those awards, like the generalship, have a place of a high structure in our game. You know what I'm saying? It's like you don't just take the Mofo award, roll it up, and throw it into the audience. Go, whoever catches it gets the Mofo. These are handed down with honor. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what I like to see is when a real general gives an award to a person who really deserved it, and the audience is clapping because they appreciate it too. You know what I'm saying? They go, "Yes, we're on your side." When I was talking when I had the law on, did you guys see that? The law referees, and they even came up with
respect to the law boys. Yeah,
right? They even came up with their own best of player awards, because they're out there seeing it all the time, right? They're seeing all the players. And again, they're like, that person really deserves our thing. So again, I build my world around this respect thing. And the respect is you work your way up to being a position that, you know, that the players, both sides, respect you because you're in a position that they love you, right? And then the other thing is when you given the opportunity to give away awards, you don't close your eyes and throw a dart. It's like you actually were a general. You're out there, you're seeing what's going on, and you say, man, you know, that's it. So the reason I'm bringing all of this up.
Oh man.
Okay. So did somebody just go to
trying to say we didn't earn that shit?
Did somebody just go to
we earn every.
You guys just did that at home, right? You just did that at home. You printed your own thing and popped it up there and go, yeah, we won. No, you didn't. You guys earned it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You earned that.
There you go. And you're proud of it. And you're
Oh yeah.
So I've been general for 3 events and undefeated. Just gonna plug that real quick. Of the three events that I've taken, with that being said, I can honestly say the hardest part, and I know Ratchet's been a general for 1 event. The hardest part of any event is not the recruiting, even though that's tough and that's stressful. It's not the gameplay, even though that's challenging in its own way, especially if you have a qualified, competent general that you're playing against who's playing you and not necessarily the game itself. But the hardest part is selecting awards, because when classic example for me, I had so many teams that came and played for me at the last event, and I was on the field and I was watching each team just do amazing work, and I was watching all the players the best that I could. But when it comes down to it, how do you select one person out of 100 people that played for you? How do you select that to be your MVP? It's a challenge, man. And it's the same thing with teams. It's the same thing across the board. So, I mean, I give respect to anybody who's in a general role, and we have been fortunate to earn we've been fortunate to earn an award for almost every event we've ever been to. It's very rare that we go to an event we haven't earned an award. Correct. But we've been fortunate in that. And I like to earned it. But there's been times where, the few times where we may have been looked up on an award, you've never heard me say anything negative about a general that might pass us up for an award to another team for whatever reasons, because I understand all too well how difficult that can be to select a qualified person to earn an award. It's tough. And at the end of the day, my rule of thumb is a lot of the games are based off of points, and I just have to break down who got me the most points. And when I can do that, then I can go off of who was the most valuable, because value is based off of points. That's usually what I do. It's a scientific method for me. It's logical.
Right. I got it.
But I don't know nothing about giving awards to no girls for, showing
booties.
niceties that they might have.
It's one of those weird things that I have in our sport is that, okay, so I started playing in 2008, and I knew nothing about our sport. I didn't even know it existed before I started playing. And then what I found in our sport, I played from a really, I don't want to say a tough area, but the park that I played in was kind of it is the hood basically. And people were coming in there, and they had basically wife beaters and hopped up on Red Bull, and you signed you signed the waiver, and it was a gladiator event. They just threw you in there. You were like, So I learned the tough way. But what I learned from the sport was player respects player. We all respect each other from a player's aspect. If you're going to show up, and with a big ass gun and be like, oh, like this, and then you're shooting in the air because you don't know what the fuck you're doing, people are like, get out of here, right? A guy comes up with maybe a stock class pump or something like this, and he's got maybe like a 12 round loader, and you're looking at him like, what do you? And all of a sudden he shoots you in the middle of the head, right? You go, okay, I respect you. You know what I'm saying? So I was raised in our sport like that. And maybe other sports are different, I'm sure, but player respects player. That's what I'm saying. So when I got to this point of I'm stuck. The golden handshake, I'm going to call it, right? Let's say that with the Kim Kardashian coming to my house and saying, 2014, you're now a celebrity, right? Okay, fine. I still kept what I grew up with. Do you know what I'm saying?
You met Kim Kardashian?
No, she didn't come to my house. Come to my house. But anyway, what I'm saying is that I also, maybe because of my age too, I enjoy what I'm doing. I enjoy the celebrity, the flying around the world. I love all that kind of stuff. But you know what? The bottom line is, I'm just you when I'm going to play. When you and I are out there, we're playing. And if you're cheating or wiping, I'm not into it. You know what I'm saying? And I respect you. If you shoot me, that's why I give those cards away. Because someone shoots me, I go and give them a fucking card. And I said, great job. And you know what I'm saying? That's what I love about our game, is that camaraderie, the friendship.
I mean, I feel bad for shooting a man in a skirt, though. That's just me.
Fuck you.
I would feel bad. I really wouldn't want your card. I would want to give you a card like, dude, I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right. You can, you know what? Good. I'm going to use this to my advantage. I'm going to start running at you because I have a skirt, and you're going to no, like this. I'm not going to shoot a guy in a skirt.
That's all right, because I'm surrounded by 40 other dudes that will have no problem shooting you, so it works out.
They don't mind shooting me in the skirt. But that's what I'm trying to say is that when if player respects, we respect each other on our game. So if you're going to come in and be a celebrity, whatever the situation is, and think that you're better than everybody else and that kind of stuff, and the players are not going to respect you. It's just the bottom line is, it's like Jerry Seinfeld. Do you know the comedian Jerry Seinfeld? He's super famous, right? But when he does stand-up, he says that the audience is going to give him 5 minutes because he's Jerry Seinfeld. They're still after that, he's got to earn his place. Do you know what I'm saying? So I look at the same thing. When whatever goes to an event, you can just show up and go, I'm the best. No, prove it. Every time I go there, I got to prove it. Every time and I sometimes have to prove it even more because I've got this, extra baggage on my back when I'm going to an event. But you know what? I just dive in. And that's what I'm trying to say is that players, you guys out there, that's what we respect about each other, is just the ability to play. And when other players see me or they see you guys or see whoever, and if somebody wins an award, hopefully the other players are going to go, yes, he deserved it. He just didn't prounce around in a skirt. You know what I'm saying? He actually deserved what he got. And that's what I enjoy about our game, is that we all kind of keep each other in check.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Amen.
Keep running.
Amen.
Amen. I didn't have as much alcohol as you. So.
Hey, I'll drink to that.
What adult beverage are you consuming?
Well, I just finished my second Manhattan.
Which is what? I'm not a drinker, so what's a Manhattan?
It's bourbon, sweet vermouth, and a few drops of bitters, and Jack Daniels. Yeah, let's get it in. Go, drink of choice.
Nice. I got it. Okay, cool. Do you think the world knows about you now?
I feel pretty excited about it, man. I honestly, Reaper, I genuinely appreciate you. I started watching your show right when I first saw Reaper on it myself, because it's different when you see some guy named Reaper who calls himself Reaper and does a show, but it's different when you pull people on your show that you recognize. It's like,
right.
Hey, I know that guy. I've played with him before. I've heard of the law. Actually, I saw them. They repped us. And you see that kind of stuff, and and you gravitate towards those types of shows. And honestly, when you asked me to come on the show, and I couldn't think of anyone better to bring on, but my right hand Ratchet.
Nice.
It's just cool, man. It's cool that you give recognition and you show off, the other players of this field of our community. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, man. I really have, and I again appreciate the opportunity to come out and showcase our team, because
wow,
I'm quite proud of us, man. We've been around since 2015. Yep. And I'm looking forward to seeing what the future opens up for the organization, for North Carolina paintball and for the East Coast paintball as well. So,
nice.
And all those that chimed in and had something to say, man, I genuinely appreciate that as well. And I'm also going to go ahead and put out there, we've never really formally come out and said it, but this year for Full the Gap, being that is the biggest game for us of the year. We're usually very cautious about what side we decide to play on, and we've all kind of given it considerate thought. I've thought about it pretty considerably, and it looks like Archangel is going to have our sword for this side. We're going to play hard for him, and I'm looking forward to playing for you. But technically, I'm really playing for Jason Mann of the Reaper and the Papal Soldiers, because I feel like that dude he really is the Tom Brady of Full the Gap. He really knows the game inside and out, and I'm looking forward. I gravitate towards leadership. I gravitate towards people who actually provide strong leadership, who can give good directions, who know the game, who are inside and out, and can tell you, give you that inspiration that you need to want to go out there and seize that glory. And I feel like Jason Mann of the Paintball Soldiers can do that. So you got our sword, and we're coming for you.
Wow, dude! There we go. We got an exclusive on the show.
Plus, Warsaw is just a fun side, man. You get to attack anywhere, everywhere. NATO is cool and everything, but you got to defend the whole time. It's not as fun to me. It's like I played 5 years of Full the Gap. This will be our 5th year. I played 2-side NATO. 2 years I played Warsaw, and it's just more fun playing Warsaw, truth be told. So if you're brand new to the game, I'm gonna go ahead and plug it. Play for Warsaw, because that's a fun side to play. That's a way to get it in. And look for us, because we'll show you where the fight's at.
Nice. Yep. I got it. I like it. Ratchet.
Hey, Top, I look forward to playing with you too, man. I know you got some strong opinions about your style of leadership, and no disrespect. I'm hoping that you bring something strong to the table, because I'm really wanting this to be a good fight.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Ratchet, what about you? Did we leave anything out about the team?
So I mean, we could talk more about the Art of War. I mean, that is our biggest event. It's coming up July the 18th, and we plan on trying to get as many people out as we can. I mean, it's a pretty cheap event. You can do $30 for pre-reg, and it's $35 the day of. So I mean, it's wiggle room, with everything going on. We want to host a big game,
and everybody loved it last year, so I'm pretty sure they'll love it this year. Oh,
Okay.
he done got the video up there, huh?
So it's going to be January the 15th. What 2019? Good. We're going to play next year or last year, right?
July 18th.
Well, did someone update this, or what's going on here?
We'll have an updated one. Honestly, Reaper, the coronavirus has got everything twisted for a while. Because again, the whole organization is run by a committee, and ever since Bones and Ashes, the whole team has just been kind of working on a stutter step. So give us a little bit of a little bit of play. But we're going to get back on. I mean, the committee is definitely has my full confidence. I know that they're going to do a fantastic job promoting it. I know that pre-registration is already going to be opened up here, if not already, probably by tomorrow.
Yeah, it's already opened up. You're going to go to Extreme Combat page, and the Art of War pre-reg is already running, ready to go.
Yep. Yep.
Nice.
And the cool thing about the game is, we've got two great generals. We got Jimmy Morrison of the Killbox versus the defending general, which is going to be that guy who is actually the general at Bones and Asses. I say Bones and Asses because he got his ass kicked, but that's just me. I'm just saying. But he's going to be a defending general for this game, and if you don't really have a loyalty to either one of those sides, then you're more than welcome to join as a mercenary, and that actually plays in a strange way part of the struggle between the two, because it balances the teams. The generals have to fight for advantages to earn those mercenaries. It's a fun game, man. I'm super proud of it. I think anybody that shows up, nobody I know that has ever played that game last year came to me with any complaints. They just had a few things that they would probably say that we could do to make it a little bit better, and that's what we're planning to do this year. So. Cool. And again, appreciate you letting us use your platform to promote it and get it.
No, there's no issue. Ratchet, can you do me a favor and make sure the money got to the PayPal that you sent me? So thank you very much.
It got there.
No worries. It's Reaper, REAPER, right? At Shoot You Soon. Never mind. Okay. All right, you guys, listen. Let's talk some Fold the Gap. Like I told you about my history with it, basically, my history, I have actually been there, the real place in Germany, but my history of it was with when Jason started getting involved, me involved, blah, blah, blah. And then again, it kind of stumbled into.
Backed out.
Then
you said you couldn't make it.
Whoa.
Sounds familiar. I don't know. The commandos never really showed up either. So.
Whoa, hang on a second. Are you just accusing me of saying I'm going to come but not showing up?
No, I wouldn't dare. I'm only going to accuse I would only accuse the command bros of doing that.
I'm sorry. My handshake is gold, dude. Listen, if I tell you I'm going to be someplace and I promote that I'm going to be someplace, it have to take. It's an active Corona to not get me. Even though with Corona I'm still working, I'm still doing this. But no, that's another thing, you guys. In the South, and just in the world in general, if you say you're going to do something, it's done, right? You're going to shake your hand, and your word is gold. And if you don't show up, that's on you, and people are going to look bad at you.
If I don't show up, which is rare, I mean, it is rare. But if ever a situation, because emergencies happen, if ever a situation does show up, you can rest assured that I'm going to put somebody in my place. Somebody is going to go on my behalf. I got a team of 40 people behind me. If I can't make it, somebody's going to step up and do my job. That's what a true commander does.
Right. So you got my phone. Hold on.
Oh, wait, go.
So anyway, what I'm saying is
I do, Hulk. I do. I'm sorry, I can't help it.
What? Let me. What
I'm listening to the chat, man. I'm following I'm trying to.
What I'm saying is that Jason got me involved in this. Blah blah blah. And then what happened was when I did the interview with them, we started just casually talking about Fold the Gap, and it wasn't even on my mind. It was like. Yeah, and he goes, dude, you got to come this year. I'm the Tom Brady of the blah blah blah. And I'm like, so anyway, but then Archangel is a friend of mine. I didn't do it as a Fold the Gap thing. I just did it because he's a cool cat, right? And then it turns out that he's the general. And so all these things started fitting into place, and it's like one of those magic things where all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? And then with Paintball Pete. Everybody's saying, you got to interview this guy. He's like a hidden treasure. No one knows about this guy. I go, okay. And then it turns out that he owns the park. And I'm like, this is weird. This is like super weird, right? And then I go, okay. So then we worked out the details. I'm going. And then we had the Fold the Gap thing. And so it's like the paintball gods are saying, you've got no choice, man. So
bring your ass.
The ticket's purchased, and we're looking forward to it. Okay,
Yeah,
so as far as Folded Gap is concerned, this is called the Super Bowl of paintball, but there is actually Oklahoma D-Day and Ion. So you guys are like the top 3, right?
So I haven't played Oklahoma D-Day, and I've always wanted. That's a mecca of paintball. You got to make that one. But I have played Ion, and I can say there's a difference between Ion and Folded Gap. To me personally, and it's just personal feeling. I feel like Folded Gap is like the last bastion of traditional old school scenario paintball, like where tactics really play it out, like where communication is key, where all the strategic moves of a good scenario team really play effect, and good moves really pay off in a scenario game like Folded Gap. And when we went to Ion, Ratchet, you could probably speak on it better than me, but I've never played a game in my life where I went there and I was like, dog, why am I even shooting at you? Like, what are we even doing here, man? Like, where is the strategy in any of this? Are we just trading paint? Is that all? We just going to shoot until I'll let I don't know. But me and Ratchet both we might have different opinions on that. I just didn't feel it.
I mean, I feel the same way about Ion too. Yeah, man. It was. I think a lot of the, no disrespect to the players that actually were calling their hits, but I think a lot of players out there just getting video, trying to look cool with their different, profiles and all of that stuff, and we're more into, calling your shots, getting out, actually playing a good game, and not having the troubles of, having to yell across the field for somebody to get out after you shot them with a pod or more because they just won't leave, So it's like, Folded Gap is a different animal when it comes to, I think the numbers play a part too, man. When you got so many, people playing, it's hard for refs to be where they need to be. But a game like Folded Gap, it seems like refs are always where they need to be. And a lot of these players play against us, so they know, if they hit us, we're gonna call out. We strict on that. That's one of our team things. You get hit, you call yourself out. If I see you get hit and you don't call yourself out, I'm gonna shoot you, and then you go out. Okay. We don't cheat.
Honestly, you never have to do that. You're going to do that walk of shame, and you're going to spend the entire time walking back thinking about the bad decision you made when you tried to make that push with nobody behind you. That's just nice. And Reefer, I can't wait for you to see it because I think you're gonna agree. It's the last bastion of true traditional scenario paintball. General's got all these tools at play, but they don't even know how to use them unless they have field commanders that can actually say, hey, I need an airstrike here, or a nuke would be really useful right now, that kind of stuff. And all that is very strategic, and it's Folded Gap, it captures all levels of play. It captures everything from the strategic top tier to the mid tier, which is like the scenario ballers that just want to accomplish this mission. And then it's got everything for those bottom tiers where all you want to do is trade paint with somebody. It's got something for everybody, and that's why it's so big. That's why it's so huge. That's why it is a Super Bowl for the East Coast. And
nice.
I'm looking forward to balling, man. I can't wait. Can we get some Folded Gap going right now? Can we start this next month? Let's go. I'm excited. Dude. Let's do this.
This is it's kind of crazy how everywhere I'm looking, it's that. Sometimes when you buy like a blue Chevy and all of a sudden everything's a blue Chevy, you know what I'm saying? You start seeing your same car, but I'm seeing a lot of Folded Gap being promoted over the place. And I think it's great. I think that people are looking forward to this, COVID thing to be over. But the thing about the Folded Gap is that because Oklahoma had its day. There was this big thing. This was going to be the last year kind of thing. If that's out of the picture now, I don't know what's happening with Ion. I think that people are like focusing on Folded Gap. Even like, again, I'm from the West Coast and I wasn't even thinking about it. And all of a sudden the paintball gods are dragging me, that way again kind of thing. So there's something special happening here and I'm really excited about it. So,
yeah, man.
They said that the Folded Gap refs are top notch. Is that correct?
Yeah, hands down.
Yep.
Look, man, I think it was 2 years ago. I played a game. I was a special forces commander for NATO, and I was playing for Engler. Engler, I'm sorry, we couldn't get you that W, man. It was my first role as a commander for a game that size. I tried my damnedest off. My team really performed the best they could. But I remember one point in time we were just spawn trapped. There was no doubt about it. Like Warsaw, I think it was Mamba that was playing against us. He threw everything in the kitchen sink at us. We had a reputation at the time of being the heaviest hitting team in North Carolina, and we were the biggest upcomers. And I think Mamba knew it. And they parked a tank on our respawn. Like, it was ridiculous, man. It was FSP. It was the battalion commander of what's that? The brigade. It was the battalion commander's tank sitting out front of our spawn, and all it was little old Team Venom just sitting in that spawn. We couldn't get out. But the one thing I will say is, like, there was some times where it got heated, man, because as a commander, it can be hard to control the emotions of 30-something individuals at the time. Is where we were at. When they're not having fun, they're bored as hell. They can't get out of the respawn, so they're trying to get out. And there was a couple of times where paint was getting fired at my guys while they were in the spawn.
Wow.
And but it's up to the refs to be able to determine the fairness and all of that. And they're really good at being able to communicate to your commanders, because they eventually, as a commander, I went out and said, look, dude, this is what's going on. You need to fix this. And he said, look, this is what's going on. And they were explaining to me, look, man, your guys are hanging out right there on that edge of that tape line. I can't expect the attackers to not know if they're in or out. So they're just going to shoot on caution. And, it's good communication like that you get from your refs, from experienced, qualified refs that can tell a commander and say, oh, okay, this is what I need to do to correct that so my guys don't get injured, so my guys can still have fun. Well, they weren't having fun. There was no having fun in that game. But at least making sure that they were at least understanding why they were getting, triple shot just by the tape line. Yeah. So, yeah, great refs, fantastic refs.
Nice. Very cool. Okay, you guys. So, again, Foley Gap is in Taylorsville, North Carolina. It's at Command Decisions Paintball Park. It's going to be
because it's more fun.
It's going to be the 6th, 7th, and 8th of November. Am I right?
Yeah, I don't know. As soon as registration opens up, that's when I'll know.
I'm doing this off the top of my head.
I just know that I'm going. It don't matter to me.
I've already pre-programmed it. I'm doing this off the top of my head. Okay. It's just like I'm already in. Did you see the? I didn't show the. Oh crap! I was going to show you this poster, or we did this. I'll have to find it. I'm going to find this. I don't know where it is. I'm going to find it. So yeah, we did this poster. Just a promo poster. Just one of them. We're going to be doing many promo posters to get the juices flowing for everybody. But I don't know where it is. I'm going to have to find it. Okay. Anyway, so listen. What kind of strength do you guys bring in for Fold the Gap?
What you mean?
Oh, max numbers.
Hey,
we always bring max numbers. That's one of our biggest events. One of our biggest events. So we can bring max numbers.
Okay.
And usually, for Fold the Gap, not only do we bring team members. I mean, sometimes we have friends that are on leave from the military, or just guys that work with us. Like, man, you've been talking about this Fold the Gap for the last 3 months. I'm coming to play with you and save me a spot.
Yeah.
So sometimes it could go from us just being our team plus 20. I mean, it just all depends. It could be our team plus 45. It just all depends on what's going on.
It's not just that though, Reaper. What you got to understand is that, again, I kind of hinted on it earlier. Like in North Carolina, we're fast approaching to becoming more unified in a way that I haven't seen any of the other scenario teams do. But it's like, when we play, we're not playing as Venom. We're playing as PBS. We're playing as Killbox. We're playing as the Bounty Hunters. We're playing as FSP. Like, when we're North Carolina strong and we've really come in, we're united in a way. So it's like, and it's like, I'd like to say that we lead the charge in a way, like we were pushing it up to Rex with soldiers right beside us the whole time. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's really a group effort, and it's like that's what in my opinion is what makes FOLDA. It's the combined effort. All the team captains are all currently, even now, like as soon as the FOLDA Gap was over in 2019, all the team captains in the local area are already talking about next year and what we're going to do for next year.
Wow.
Play it next year. So, it's a big deal, man. It's passionate for us, man.
It's passionate.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like it.
Oh, look at
I can't wait to shoot that guy, man.
There you go, huh? Look at that guy in the skirt.
Baby.
Look at that skirt, huh?
That's the prettiest skirt I've ever seen on a man.
That's the skirt, man. And hey, listen, if you're interested, you can see it at the event. But I wear it traditionally. If you're interested, like from the kneecaps up, it's a little Larry. You know what I'm saying? So that's it.
Oh, man.
Little Larry. Anyway, all right, you guys, listen. So I think we killed it, and You guys have an amazing group of people playing for you, and I think that the world got to see that, and I'm really excited about that. And I'm really excited about coming out there. And registration opens. Wait, Flip says reg opens on July the 1st.
July 1st,
okay.
Yeah. They
Good.
just put out a post to let everybody know.
All right, cool. All right, so cool. So you guys hit it up. Go to foldagap.com, and or if you just type Foldagap, like Eric Engler told me, it's pretty much the first thing that comes up. Not even the Foldagap in Germany. It's just Foldagap comes up. So if you guys just can't miss it, and we got some more Foldagap shows coming up. Not that I'm getting paid to do this. I just love you guys, and it just happens to be that a lot of people that I'm interviewing happen to be playing Foldagap. So that's just it. So anyway, actually, I just got a PM from Hancock Powers, and he said, "I'm available."
Hancock, you weren't at Bones and Ashes, bro. Sit down, man. You're done. We don't want to talk to you. We ain't worried about you. I want to hear about the people that were really balling against us at Bones and Ashes, because those are the ones that got my respect, man. Those are the ones that put it in. You go back on the couch and go to sleep.
Yeah,
I ain't worried about you.
I said I'm available after all this week after 12 if you want. So okay. So I've got a time we're gonna squeeze them in. It'll be fantastic. All right. So anyway, we're all good. Everybody's all good. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, watching us. Sorry about the time differences, but what are you gonna do? This isn't Russia. We all have one big time. So anyway, so it's all, and that's it. You guys listen. I want you guys hang out in the green room for a minute. I'm gonna play my video and then I'll be with you in a second. Okay? Don't run off. Bye, you guys. Listen, thank you very much for coming on the show. Thank you very much for watching it. And yeah, let's just have an amazing time.
Art of War, July 18th. Right.
Yeah. You know what? Make the correct date, poster, and thing, and then tag me in it, and I'll help you with it. Okay. Other than that, I got you. The Flintstones. All right. Cool. All right. Bye.